remember, it used to be different. It was never perfect, and it was never really good, but I know for a fact that it used to be different. Something changed. Now that I'm 9, I thought it was time to talk about my feelings with somebody who could help me, because I can no longer help myself. And at this point, Teddy can't even help me. What I'm going through must be serious if Teddy can't help me. I've come to the conclusion that since the day I was born, I've been miserable. You may be questioning me right now, but I need you to take my word on this. I mean, what kind of 9-year-old doesn't have any friends? I realize that I don't have any friends because I push everyone I love away from me. I don't understand, and I never have, why it happens, but it does, and I need help to stop it. Adding to the fact that I don't have any friends, my family doesn't even realize I exist. I know I'm not perfect like my older sister, but still, I'm your daughter. Accept me. Teddy, you're all I have now. What if you can't help me?
It used to be different. My parents are starting to pay attention, but they don't really care, and I don't want them to. They shove pills in my face and expect me to be happy that this body of mine is as bad as my mind is. I hate school, despise it. I blame this stupid medication. I can't think straight, not at home or at school, and every day I wonder if I should just give up. My marks are going down the toilet. My parents rarely let me out of sight. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I think, all right, maybe today will be a good day. Maybe everything will go right for once. Then I go downstairs. My parents stop their whispered conversation at the table and look over towards the bottle of pills on the counter. Then they look at me, and I can see the struggle in their eyes not to say, don't forget your pills, just like every other morning. I take the pills, take the side effects, and even take that anxious stare from my parents. Then I go to school, and I take in the worried glances from other students, that disappointed shake of the head from teachers handing back failed tests, and I take in my own loneliness. I just don't know if I can take it anymore.
It used to be different. I don't really remember ever being happy, but I'm sure I was. Things are getting worse every day, and I'm not sure how much longer I can take this. I just want things to get better, you know? I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't want to die. As the days go by, I find myself attending school less and less. I woke up one day and found clumps of hair on my pillow. I'm 17 years old. I shouldn't be losing this much hair. I'm embarrassed to go out in public because of what people think of me. I hear them laugh at me and whisper into each other's ears. I know what they say. They say I'm a freak, and without even knowing me, most of them hate me. I don't know why everyone hates me so much, but maybe I do, because now I hate me too. So that's it, I guess. This is it.
It used to be different. I used to have minor anxiety attacks, but now I've had one too many and I try to end it all. And now, as I wake up in intensive care, my mom, like always, the first to break the silence, telling me I'm going to be admitted to a mental health ward. I absolutely hated the thought of being a mental patient. I'm very lonely here. The doctors try to help a lot by making me feel more independent with myself. I'm told I'm able to leave soon, but as I count down each day, each moment feels like a year. I wish I wasn't here.
It used to be different. I used to feel like I was in a pitch black tunnel every day of my life. I couldn't see where I was going, and it was way too easy for me to fall down or hit a wall. Worst of all, I was all alone. It's hard when you feel like if you fall down, no one's going to care. Worse than having all eyes on you. Worse than being called a freak. Because what if you do fall down? Who's going to help you up? This guy can't. That was the way things used to be. Being here makes me realize that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I never realized that there are so many people who struggle just the same way I do. Seeing them walk around and seeing them smile, a real smile that actually reaches their eyes and isn't just for show, it gives me hope. It makes me think that I might be able to be okay someday too. It's going to take a lot of work, but at least now I know I'm not alone.
It used to be different. I used to cry myself to sleep at night, and those were the nights when I could actually feel something. But now I can walk into a room and feel like I belong, like I don't have to hide. I have nothing to be ashamed of anymore, and I had nothing to be ashamed of back then. What I have is a disease. It's something that I have no control over. And once I realized that I had no control over it, and stopped blaming myself, was once I started to get better. I have friends who accept me. I found someone who loves me for who I am, and I have 2 beautiful children. All of these things are things that I could never even dreamed of happening. Yeah, I went through some pretty dark times in my life. I thought it was more than I could handle. I was scared that things would never change. But with the help and the support of many people along the way, I got better. I got a lot better. And I stand here something that I never thought I would be. I'm happy. It used to be different.
And now it is.
Crazy, violent, psycho, nut job. Imagine these were the words people used to describe you day after day, simply because of an illness you were living with. Can you imagine pointing and laughing at a person who has lost their hair due to cancer? Or what about nudging your friends and rolling your eyes at someone as they inject themselves with insulin because of diabetes? Can't imagine it? Not surprising, because it would never happen. Welcome, grade 9s, to Stomping Out Stigma's 3rd annual Mental Health Awareness Assembly. Stigma is a dirty word used to describe all the nasty things people believe about someone. All the stereotypes, the prejudices, and the myths. With mental illness, this stigma can often stop someone from reaching out for help. This stigma makes people feel ashamed of who they are. This stigma causes people to doubt their potential, often avoiding treatment for fear of public ridicule. Hopefully by now you've had a chance to take a look around the school at some of the information we've put up, some of the facts and myths about mental illness, the bulletin board on the 2nd floor, the celebrity posters, or even the information table that will be set out for the lunch periods today and tomorrow. But do you really know what stigma is? Do you really know how it applies to mental illness? It's our hope by the end of this assembly that you'll have a better idea of what stigma actually is and why it's so incredibly dangerous. I have the pleasure right now of introducing you to a group called the TAMI Coalition. TAMI is an acronym for Talking About Mental Illness. It is because of this group, 100% because of this group that you're about to see in a second, that we even have a Stomping Out Stigma group here at All Saints. I'd like to now call upon Christina, who will come up to introduce the TAMI Coalition. A round of applause for Christina.